Hi, welcome to our first Instagram live session. My name is Ola. Her name is Toby Chidima. We'll do proper introduction when it is 4 o'clock. We'll do proper introduction when it's 4 o'clock. So just invite your friends, tag your friends, send this link to your friends, your family, let them join in. So when it's 4 o'clock, we'll begin fresh. Thank you.
Don't forget to send to your friends, send to anybody interested in studying in the UK. They can be your enemies. Just send to anybody. Frenemies, yes.
No, you don't have enemies.
But they have frenemies. So you can send to them so they can always join our Instagram live. You can see everybody joining. Thank you.
Yes, I can see
Motayo
Diva.
Thank you, Motayo. Thank you for joining.
Adasar.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining.
Claire. I think I'm pronouncing this properly.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you for joining this
Thank you
session.
for joining.
You can invite your friends. Let them that we've started this session. The long-awaited session. Tosi Smart. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
I'm still Lehanif. Yeah, hi Lehanif. Thank you for joining the session.
Hi, thank you for joining. Please send to your friends that are interested in share. Tag.
Let's get this up to 20 people.
Yeah, let's get that.
Start before 4 o'clock.
Energy. We need energy. We're getting there. Let's send to our friends.
We have quite a lot of things packed up for today. A lot of things packed up for today. Welcome, Samuel Adebayo. Welcome. Thank you for joining this call. We have a lot of things packed up, a lot of questions that we'll be answering. We received a lot of questions and we'll be answering quite a number of them. So just tell your friends to join. You never can tell who this information will be useful for. So please join. Welcome, Cheesy Keys.
Welcome.
Monique.
Welcome.
Kingsley, Manuel.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming early. Yes, most Nigerians, right?
So we're just going to wait for
We're getting there.
Cool.
If you have questions, start warming up with your questions so you can always put it in the chat when the session starts.
Trust me, today we're going to debunk any myth they have about studying
everything
in the UK.
Right?
So it's going to be worth your while, trust me.
It will be worth the while. And it will not be so much of us talking. We will talk, but then we also want to get your questions rolling in and answer all the questions that you possibly have. Right? Hi, Monique.
Hi.
Okay, so we're waiting for a few more people to join.
Yeah, we'll soon start.
And then we'll start exactly by 4 p.m.
If you have that friend that's always asking you questions, please.
You
let
can
them
put
join.
this on your WhatsApp status as well.
Yes.
Put the link on your WhatsApp status. Let people join. Put it anywhere. You never can tell who you are helping. A friend in need.
Right?
A friend in need.
Otimide.
Hi, Hati.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us.
So this is actually our first Instagram live session, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chidima is also very excited.
Excited.
We're really excited about this session, and we are sure that we'll have subsequent ones. But let this one, bring all your questions. Let's know if we have more. I'm sure you want us to have more sessions.
Yeah.
So let's join in. Hello, Aduayo.
Hi,
Thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you for joining.
Funny enough, some of our students will actually be here, so you can see your counselors live.
Yes, exactly. So this is an opportunity to actually meet your UK counselor, to know who you've been talking to.
Right.
Put a face to the name.
I'm never doing appointments here. We're talking directly to beautiful people, people that are joining us, obviously, are following us on our Instagram page. They've had these questions in their minds, want to answer these questions.
Yeah.
Not if I want to talk to today. if you have appointments with me, we'll have that one-on-one. Let's talk.
You know where to find me.
I'm on
There are
Instagram.
lots of questions. Okay. Hello, Gentude.
We're ready.
Hello, Lady Upata. Thank you
Hello.
for joining.
Hello.
Thank you for joining. In 2 minutes, we'll start this call.
Yeah, we're always there.
We're going to do a
Gentude.
28 year.
Hi, Gentle.
Hello, Aduke. Welcome.
Hi.
Yes, the numbers are getting higher.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Share.
Share, tag, share. Instagram, WhatsApp, share. Then your friend has always asking you plenty UK questions. Please.
Odwanya said he has a lot of questions for us. Yes,
We
Odwanya.
can imagine.
Write them down so you don't forget. Write them down.
Yeah.
And then ask every question, please. Ask every question. We'll start in 1 minute.
Yeah, we're almost there. So I like that.
Should we do countdown?
Real rolling.
They are really excited.
I'm
Yeah, I'm super excited.
We're really excited. So before it's 4 o'clock, let me just introduce myself again. I did that earlier. So everyone should introduce themselves.
Yeah.
So my name is Orlando May Olayede.
Mm-hmm.
I usually say you can call me Ola.
Yes. That's our slogan.
I'm education counselor for UK and Ireland destination here at IDEP Education. So what I do daily is to assist people that want to study. You want to study in any university, whether we represent the university or not, we will assist you because we put you in the center of what we do. Basically where you want to go to, we'll take you there. And then don't let me go so much into me. So let Chidima also introduce herself and to me as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Chidima. I'm the UK and Ireland counselor. So anything Ireland and UK, you can always reach out to us. You can send us messages on our DMs and we'll be sure to book you an appointment. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Tommy. I'm a UK and Highland Education Counselor as well, and I'm your sure person to contact if you have anything related to the UK or studying in the UK. So thank you for joining the session, and I look forward to answering any questions you have about studying in the UK.
Yay, it's 12
It's 4 o'clock. Yes.
Thank you for those that kept to the time and didn't do the Nigerian time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is the UK time. Getting practice.
Okay. Thank you for the people that joined us when we started, like a few minutes before 4. Very grateful. You can still send the link to your friends. Let them join in. Let this number come up. Yes, I'm hoping for the numbers to come up. Yes. So, briefly, I would like to firstly, tell you the full meaning of IDP. I get a lot of people asking me what's the meaning of IDP.
Right.
Is it this or that? No, it is not this or that. It is International Development Program. That is it. So, and then IDP Education came into Nigeria not so officially in January. So we had this soft launch in February, and then we came out big in July. And then it's been very amazing from when we started. It's been very good. And one thing I really like about IDP is how they just make students focused. Everything is all about the students, to make life very easy and smooth, to make their study plans very smooth for them. And that's one thing I really like about IDP Education. It's a very great place to work. So that's by the way.
Yeah.
A very great place to work. And so I'll just be shedding some light into the services that we offer. In Nigeria at the moment, we offer 2 services. Some people know IDP before now because of IELTS. So we are the proudly co-owners of IELTS. Yes. We're proudly co-owners of IELTS. So we deliver IELTS exam. We see English testing, international English testing systems. Many people use it to travel, either to study or to travel. But we deliver such exams to students. Now, and we also do student placement. So we have another department for student placement. That is where I work in. So I'm an education counselor in the student placement department at IDEP Education, and it's been amazing, right?
Yeah.
So for destinations that we cover, unfortunately we don't do Sweden, Poland, we do not do that. Probably later on we could bring that in, but for now we focus on the US, the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, Republic of Ireland. So those are the destinations that we cover. So that is what, for people that do not know, we have counselors in charge, expert counselors, tailored for those destinations. So we have for Australia and New Zealand, we have for US and Canada, experts. And then another thing I really like about IDP is tell your friends and family, all our services are what? Free. That part hurts me. Free. It's not, they're not hidden charges.
Yeah.
I was shocked myself. Not hidden, nothing. We will just put you there at the center. Whatever that you want to do, just tell us. We'll help you down the line. Canada is free. Canada is free.
Free, like
USA.
Okay,
I'm not saying school fees is free. Don't get me wrong.
There's no service charge.
I say application, the service fee. The service is free. Canada, US, all the destinations that we offer. So I really like that opportunity where people can actually study.
Yeah.
And
that's just quality education.
Quality education. So that is what we do at IDP. If you have any question or relating to more questions on IDP, you can always send it in the chat box. We'll answer that subsequently. Right? I'll allow Chidima to do some talking and Toby, so it doesn't look like I'm talking. I don't like to talk too much.
Well, there's nothing much to say. We're just here to answer your questions. So I think this is the point where they need to start,
asking the
this question. Who was the last person that said, I have so many questions? Please start sending in your questions so that as we go on, we can answer them.
You said that you had many questions.
So please bring it on. We're capable.
So bring your questions on. So we did like a survey earlier, and then we told students to ask as many questions as possible, and then we got the most frequently asked questions from them. So I have 5 major questions that kept coming and coming, and then I have these beautiful ladies beside me to answer those questions. They are experts. Let me tell you, experts in this business. They are experts in their field. And then they would answer those questions that you have. The ones that I can answer, small girl like me, I will try, but they would also answer. So the first question that we have here is, this question is a money question. I'm sure many of you will like the question. How much bank balance is required for UK students study? Wow. Bank balance.
Okay, great. So, should I take that?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so for the UK, you need bank statements 30. So we're going to say that over and over again. You need bank statements. So for some schools, you need it for your CAS, and then you obviously need it for visa. It's compulsory. So how to calculate your bank statement is that, so you have a tuition fee. Let's say, for example, your tuition fee is £15,000. And you're paying maybe a tuition deposit of £5,000. So the balance of your tuition, together with your living expenses. Now we have living expenses in London, and we have in outside London. So anywhere in England, Scotland, Wales, those ones are classified as outside London. So London is £12,006, while living expenses outside London is £9,207. Now, the balance of your school fees, that's how you've paid the $5,000 that you were supposed to pay for deposits. It depends on the school, because there are different, over 200 schools in the UK. So the balance of the tuition plus living expenses. Now, living expenses is based on where you're going to stay. So let's say you're staying in London, for example. So 10,000 plus £12,006 multiplied by the current rate in the black market. So because any day your bank balance drop less than what it is at Rwanda, you would have to start again from the beginning. So it's always better you add more money than what is actually on Rwanda. So you could use the black market rate. You could also use the Rwanda rate and maybe add like $1 million extra or 800 extra. But it's always advisable to use the price at the black market as at when you're calculating. So you're looking at 10,000 plus 12,006 pounds. That's you're looking at about, I think that's about 22,000. Yeah. You're multiplying that by 800 naira. So that's what is going to be your bank statement. Now that's for somebody that's going alone, yeah? So if you're going with your family, which is one very big selling point for the UK, you can go with your family, that's your nuclear family, your wife, your children. So the balance of the school fees, your living expenses, and their own living expenses have to be in that account. So for schools outside London, you're looking at £6,120, while for schools in London, you're looking at around £7,500. So that money has to be per person, please. So if you have 6 children, you're doing 6,120 multiplied by 6 children, then plus your one wife, please, or your one husband. So all their living expenses all together has to be in that account, and you multiply it by the current rate in the black market. So another thing you should know, I think that we need to say is that students have to count in their own bank statement with their name on it. So you're a husband, maybe let's say for example, you say you're the husband, right? Yeah. So if you're a man and you're going to study, your wife cannot count bank statements on your behalf. So you have to count in your own bank statement. The only person that's allowed to count for you is your mother or your father. So if you're a dad, you can count for your children. If you're a mom, you can count for your children. I think, do we still need to add more? I think I've been talking a lot.
I think if they have any other question, you can always call us or book a session with us where you get to have the full information.
Yeah. Okay. So let's quickly go to the next question.
Okay. So for people that came in while she was talking, just to brief, what she said. I was taking notes. If you saw me taking notes, she has too much to give. So what she said was, to recap what she said that the money in your account, bank balance, it varies on where you want to stay. If you're staying in London or outside London, I know I heard that part. So she said if you're staying inside London, you should have £12,006. If you're staying outside London, you should have £9,207 as living expenses. So this is with the balance that you have not paid to the school. Different schools have the different deposits they want you to pay. So she gave an example and said if a school says you should pay a deposit of £5,000, right, the balance you have not paid to the school has to join that amount we've said earlier in your account. So that was what she said. And she also talked about people going with family members. So I heard the one was back then. But then going with your spouse has to show, you have to show additional amount in your account. So for inside London, she mentioned £6,120 per person that's following you, your wife, your child, not your neighbor's child, your child. Yeah. And then if you are in London, I would say you should do 7.5. She said 7.5 to 7.9. London is quite expensive to stay in. And she also talked about it's a very important question, as I'm recapping, saying what she said. Who should owe the money? So you as a student, if you are not below 18, you can owe the money in your account, your personal account, not company account. Not my daddy has this account, no. Right. Your personal account. And then your father can also owe the money, put the money in his account. Your biological father, not your father's brother, and your mom, your mother, not the person that is the aunt in church that
or your big mommy, or your big mommy,
or your big mom, your biological mother. So those are the people that can hold the fund. So thank you very much, Idema. I learned a lot just right now. So you mentioned something while speaking. You said something about CAS, and I hear that a lot. So I want Tony to, if she can break it down to people, watching, what is CAS? What is it used for? Who is she?
Who is them?
Okay, well, thank you, and welcome everyone. And I think I've greeted everyone before, but if you're just joining us, welcome to the session once again. So I'm just going to be talking, quickly about CAS. What is CAS? CAS is called Confirmation of Acceptance of Studies. Okay, Confirmation of Acceptance of Studies. So this CAS is issued after you've gotten your offer and you've paid your deposit. Okay, so if for example your deposit is £2,000, right? So the university in question will ask you, to send your bank statement so they can issue that CAS. CAS is issued in compliance with the UKVI. Okay, so because that's where you see the major details about your school. So you get to see your CAS number. Every student has his or her unique CAS number. So you'll see your CAS number, you'll see the license number of the school. So each university that you're going to, they actually have their own license numbers here. So you see the license number of the school, you see your CAS number, then your course details. You see the course details, your start date, the end date, the location of your university, and there are some schools that also have there's something they call BRP, but I think that will be talked about later. So they have the code of your BRP collection as well, also included in the CAS. Then your banks, the tuition deposit you paid will also reflect. Okay, because when a visa officer sees that, it's quite very detailed. Okay, so everything the visa officer needs to make a decision on your visa. I mean, of course, aside the other documents that you upload, of course, is always written on the CAS. Okay, so but for you to get that CAS, you need to pay your tuition deposit, because without it, you can't apply for your visa. So the CAS is the major document you need to what's it called now? You need to you need in submitting your visa application. To even fill the visa application form, you need that CAS. Is really important. Yeah. Okay, I think that's
wow.
About it.
Yeah. Wow.
Professor.
Wow. Wow. When I said earlier that we have experts here, experts. I learned just very few minutes. I learned a lot. She said, CAS, Confirmation of Acceptance of Studies. And then one thing I even noticed is that I know that the UKVI, because visa is usually like a point-based system, the CAS itself takes a very high point. So CAS is very important, like she had said. You can't apply for your visa without the CAS. And many other things that she said. I hope you are noting it down. So let me take this question. What are the documents required to study in the UK? I'll take the question. They will also join. They are also experts. To study in the UK, I'll say that I'll break that down into two different parts. The undergraduate and the postgraduate. For the people that have not studied, they're just finishing high school and then they want to go for their undergraduate studies. Basically, the basic documents, international passports. International passports. Please, it is very. Let me give you this tip now. If you want to travel next year, January, September, first thing, get your passport. If you don't have one, if your passport is almost expiring, when I say almost expiring, I mean like you can't, after the expiry date, you can't count 6 months. That's kind of expiry. It doesn't have 6 month validity. Please start renewing now. We both know Nigeria. We both know, and you know how much delay that we get while applying for our passport. So please get a passport. So international passports, your WAEC result. Either you have WAEC or you have NECO or you've done IGSE, A-levels, all those just after the secondary school exams that we do. Give us the result, and you should have C's at least. Have C's in them. You can get entry into a bachelor's degree, with basic documents, international passport, your WAEC. If you can build your CV, please do. Yes, I know you just left secondary school, but you can still build that CV.
There's voluntary service.
Yes, probably you've done voluntary work somewhere, or you have certification somewhere. You can build that CV and put it in. Basically, bachelors do not need so many documents to put in, but for the postgraduate, we need a lot. So, are you coming in from HND, OND, Polytechnic? There, you need to submit your OND, HND certificate and transcript. If you don't have transcripts, you can let us know. Nigeria, yes, there's also strike. So let us know about that. If you're not coming from the Polytechnic, you're coming from bachelor's, then you submit your bachelor's degree certificate, transcripts. Many schools, I know they give notification of degree results, statement of results. You can also forward that. Many schools accept that in place of a professional certificate. Some schools accept that. And we need your international passport. That was the first one. Put it in front. That was the first one. Yeah. International passport. We need your personal statement. I know a lot of people struggle with this. Yeah. We will have subsequent sessions where probably we can break it down one-on-one after a personal statement, but it's very important. And I think it's actually one very easy piece to write. I think it is. If you understand what they need you to write, then it's always very easy. I know some people contract it out, but please, it's always better you put a personal touch to these things, because you are the one that know why you want to study what you want to study, which is the reasons why this school asks for it. So personal statement is important. Your CV too. You have a CV. I know. Yes, you have a CV. you are not straight from secondary school. You have a CV, so you must contain. Even if you just finish university, yes, put it there. Put the day you finish school. Put everything there. So it shows that you don't have any gap in study. Yes. So reference letters. Reference letters. We need reference letters. Most times, usually one academic reference letter from your previous lecturer, your present lecturer, someone that's taught you before in the past, and from your employment, either your previous employment, your most recent employment, or the previous one. Reference letter on official letterhead paper. You will see that sometimes, I know, yes, many people are saying, wow, sometimes you would have submitted a letter without that's not on the letterhead paper. The school send it back to you. They say, that you wonder, what have I done wrong? This is what you've been doing wrong. On official letterhead paper, not the one that you put the logo there. No, the one that the school gave you. Yes. So reference letter, international passport. Yes, signed. It also needs to be signed on it. International passports, reference letters, bachelor certificate and transcript. If you're coming from the Polytechnic, OND certificate and transcript, HND certificate and transcript, your CV, personal statements, those are the basic documents that you need to study. Now, if you're going for a PhD, all these things are said, but you need to have a research proposal. That is another thing on its own. Your research proposal, obviously, you've done your master's, so you've done your master's, so you already know what you want to do for your PhD. You know the research work you want to do, so you should build your research proposal in such a way that it will attract supervisors to you, and you can get entry. So I think I did a good job.
Sorry, let me just quickly mention one thing about personal statements. And I know we're still coming back to talk about this personal statement later. I know it's one area many students, struggle with. So I would say when it comes to you writing personal statements, one of the key things a university wants to see is why you've chosen them. Because there are many universities in the UK. So they want to know why you've chosen them out of all the other universities in the UK and why you've chosen that course. So maybe for example, you want to study public health. I mean, lately there's been
public health.
We've had a huge, number of people wanting to study that course. It's fine, you can study public health, but they want to know why public health. And in that to align, you need to write you need to write a statement as to why you've chosen, the course and how it aligns with your career progression. What you plan to do after the completion of this course. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to talk so much, but trust me, you can contact us. Book appointments with us. So we can give you the full details about that, and we're also still going to organize a session about this personal statement. It's really something people are struggling with, so we would like to address that. Okay, so I just really wanted to mention that.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Expert. So this question, I'll direct it to Chidima. What medical test is required for UK study visa? Or should I say, is medical tests required for UK study visa? Chidima.
Thank you so much, Ola. Thank you for everybody that is joining us. So yes, you require medical tests to study in the UK, and very good thing in the UK, they're very flexible. So just one, which is your TB test, and then we have, just to take it a little bit further, we have 2 test centers in Nigeria. One is in Lagos, here in Ikeja, GRA, and another one is in Abuja. So those are the 2 centers that we have TB tests. You need a TB test to make your visa application. Some schools even go as far as making sure that everything is complete. So they always require it during the class process. So you need that for some schools class and for visa process. And it's good you book ahead, so you can always go to iom.gov.ng, yes, and book ahead. So you can book but not take the test until the day where you've booked for. So it's good to book ahead so that it doesn't get crowded at the IOM office.
Yeah, it's very important to book ahead, because it's just 2 centers, and you know the way
planes.
you know it is. So I think that for people that already have that COVID vaccination, complete, they can also have it. Some airlines are probably still saying that show your COVID vaccine.
It's good to do that.
It's also good to add that. But thank you very much.
Probably take their COVID test.
Yes.
So you just take like 24 hours, 48 hours before.
Just in case. But they've not really been asking recently. What do you think?
No, they've not really been asking.
For the COVID test.
Yes, recently. Quite unflexible.
But the TB test is very important, and then please book ahead for it. Thank you, Chidima. We appreciate a lot of questions have been coming in.
We're seeing them.
A lot of questions, and we hope to end this session by 5. But let's see how far we can go with that. I will read out the last question that came in before I start reading every other questions that have been coming in from this live session. This one is study gap acceptable in the UK? The 3 of us answer this question. The 3 of us answer the question. Let me start. Or should you let me start?
Okay, anybody can start.
Let me start.
Okay. So is study gap acceptable in the UK? Yes, it is. It is. So, but it depends on what you're going to study, right? It depends on what you're going to study, and it also depends on the school. So, but most importantly, I think I'll answer that question this way. So, if you're going for bachelor's, for example, and your highest qualification is just your YF, right? So, the time you finished your YF and that time you're going for your bachelor's is really important, because a school wants to see what you've been doing during that period. For example, if you finished your YF maybe in 2012, and now in 2022 you say you want to go for bachelor's.
10 years.
I mean, that's 10 years study gap already. So I mean, anybody would want to know, out of curiosity, they want to know what you've been doing, for that period. But that's not to say you can't get admission to. It's always on a case by case basis. And also, if for your postgraduate as well, maybe if you finished your bachelor's degree maybe same year too, and now you want to go for your master's maybe in 2022 as well, and you have 10 years gap. So they want to see what you've been doing, and that's where your CV really comes into play. It's really important. All right, so anything you've done, any job you've done, whatever you've done, you need to state the month and the year, so that by the time they look through your CV, without even asking you, without calling you for further explanation, anybody can just literally go through and see what you've been doing in that period. So I don't know if my colleague has anything to add to you.
Yes. In addition to that, study gap also, it will impact on your visa application as well, because the visa, as much as they want to give you a visa, they're also concerned as to what you've been doing. So you need to show proof, not just put on your CV. Where are your employment letters of those places you've written on your CV? Where are your reference letters? Let them say that yes, this person has worked with us from this period to this period. If possible, put in your pay slips, put in proof that you've worked in these places. Just to fill in that study gap that you have. If you do this, everything will be fine. And then if you have any confusions whatsoever later on, you can always book an appointment with us. We are very accessible,
Yeah.
relatively. You have to book an appointment. If you book an appointment with us now, you will meet us, you will spend your time with us. That's why I say relatively, because you might not be able to just jump into the already planned schedule, but even when you book an appointment, we'll have your full attention. We have to answer every question that you have, and then so that's for the 5 questions that we fixed in. Now to the questions that kept rolling in. I saw quite a number of questions. You even did not tell us that you were waiting for us to have this Instagram live session. Questions upon questions upon questions upon questions. So let me start from the first question that came in. The person asked, so I'll be asking the both of them. So the question came from Odunayo. Odunayo.
Okay.
Yes, Odunayo. This is your question. How can I relocate to the UK getting a work permit from Nigeria? Tomilola.
Okay, so apparently Odunayo wants to relocate to the UK with a work permit. Okay, so Odunayo, the thing is, we are into study. Strictly into study. We do not process work permit, for students. However, I'm sure that there are companies, you can actually do your research, there are companies actually offering, work sponsorship to Nigerians also, depending on the kind of job, So I think I might not really be able to give you that answer, but you can always, there are so many resources, information online as to, the companies, offering sponsorship to students or to individuals. So you might want to check that. But if you're looking at studying in the UK, you're right.
Yes, you're right. She doesn't want to tell you this, and then. Alright, then. So I'll answer this one from. I'm not sure I got the name correctly, but sorry, I'm not even pronouncing it properly. But this is from you. It's fully funded scholarship in the UK. Yes, there are fully funded scholarships that are available for you to study in the UK. However, sorry, I'm breaking your heart, but however, you might need to apply for these scholarships. The likes of Cheverly, Commonwealth, PTDF, they are fully funded scholarships that can give you access. Yes, NDDS.
Yeah. You're a lecturer,
TED fund, yes. If you're a lecturer,
Commonwealth.
Experts.
So
there are full scholarship that you can use, you can have and use to study in the UK. Some schools, for some selected courses, sometimes they don't even publicize it. But within the school, they could just find you very exceptional. Probably you came out the best in your entire school, and they decide that let's give you this scholarship, or they can send you an email saying that you are eligible for this particular scholarship in their school, so you can apply for it and you could get it. But that is all.
I think another thing I want to add is they're looking for maybe partially funded scholarship. You can always look for this vice chancellor scholarship thing. Almost all the schools in the UK have a vice chancellor scholarship, but you have to apply for it just in case you have half of the money. So you can apply for vice chancellor scholarships. Besides the fully funded ones.
So for fully funded, you can do external scholarship bodies, Cheverly. But if you are still open to, you have a particular amount, but it's not as much as what you need to study then, and you have a very good grade, because most times scholarships are usually based on merit. You have a very, very good grade. You can apply to the school and then check if they have scholarships that you can also apply for, because many times you have to apply to that school first, before you can start to apply for their scholarships.
Okay. Sorry, let me just quickly chip this in. I know many schools offer automatic scholarship to students, like by default, once you have an offer, they give you an automatic scholarship. But there are also some other scholarships that, just like Ola mentioned, that you have to apply for. But many people don't know this, right? So if, for example, a school is giving you £2,000 off, trust me, there are still some other scholarships somewhere, on the website, that you have to do your research. So it's really important, people, that if you find a school you're interested in, you need to do further research, because you never can tell how much scholarship is even available to you without you doing your research.
And another thing we should add, so that they don't. So it's not at the peak period, like you start looking for scholarship. Right. So if you're looking at getting a scholarship or part of your tuition off, you need to start early. Start early, you'll be able to get those scholarships because there are deadlines for most of them.
Yes. So Adasa asked, how do I get started? Adasa, go to our website, fill the inquiry form, you get a call from the customer service call center agent, and they will book you for an appointment with one of these amazing counselors here, and then that's how to get started. So many other, it's very easy. So just go to our website, go to the website, fill the inquiry form, and then you get a call from the call center agents. They will call you as soon as, not as you blink, but they will call you. They will call you and you can get started. Thank you for that question, Adessa. So someone asked for breakdown of proof of funds. I believe we addressed that already. Okay, I think it's for Canada. So while we were introducing ourselves, right, we are education counselor for UK and Ireland destination. When I introduced earlier IDEP, I said that we have UK, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and then there are counselors manning those destinations. Subsequently, the Canada team would have these sessions, this kind of sessions where they will be addressing the questions that you have concerning Canada. Australia team also will have such, so you can just wait till such sessions to come up. At the moment, we will not be able to give you that breakdown the way we gave you the breakdown for the UK, because we are for the UK destination. Not that.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I was going to say, and if you're not following us on Instagram, you need to follow us so that you'll get content. Whenever we have any new post or any events coming up. Okay. Very important.
All right. And so thank you, Claire, for that question. The next question is from Samuel. I think it's like a 2-in-1 question. Okay. Can I use my husband's bank statement if he is my sponsor plus is coming with me as a dependent? Can I use my husband's bank statement if he is my sponsor? So you cannot use your husband's bank statement for yourself, even though he's your sponsor. Although he's your sponsor, he can transfer the money to you so that you can have it in your account as the main applicant. However, if he's coming with you, the other part of the question, if he's coming with you, he can keep his own part of the money in his own account. You are the main applicant, you have your money. He is independent, he also has his own money. If you don't want to merge it with the one in your account. So I believe I was able to answer your question.
I think we should also add, like, they have children. If you have children, he can also hold their own money, but not your own.
Okay. Yes.
Next question.
The next question: how many days does this money need to be in the bank? Amazing question. Interesting. We've not mentioned that since. How many days should the money be in the account? It's actually 28 days. 28 days should be in your account. 28 days to get your cash. But okay, let me keep going. 28 days to get your cash also needs to be in your account while they are applying for your visa, because the visa will most times they call the bank to confirm that the money is there. So please keep your money in your account, right? And until you get your visa, until you get to the UK, keep your money in your account. So thank you for that question. Then I have here, how can I contact you directly to start the process? I have answered that question before now. You can go to the website. It's basically like contacting me directly. Just go there, fill your details.
IDEP.com.
Yes.
/NG.
Yes.
IDEP.com/Nigeria.
So if you just put IDEP.com and you are living in Nigeria, it will direct you to the Nigerian website directly. The reason why I should access /Nigeria is for like people that are in diaspora, in Dubai and the UK. Don't mind my accent. I just got it now. Okay. So next question from Nifemi. How much tuition budget do I need to study in the UK? Tell me.
Thank you, Nifemi, for your question. Okay, so it depends on your course. It depends on your it depends on the course. It depends on your level. So in this question, you've not stated if you're going for bachelor's or you're going for master's, right? But I'll just answer it this way. So if you're looking at going for bachelor's, for example, you might need to have between 13,000 to 18,000, depending on the course, depending on the school. Trust me, some schools go as high as 25,000, 30,000.
Okay, like naira or
no, pounds, please. 13,000 pounds. Between 13 to 18,000 pounds. Okay, and if it's also for masters, the same thing. So between 13,000 to 18,000 or 25,000, 30,000 pounds. But the good thing is, some schools give discount. Almost all the schools give discount. So by the time you apply and they give you discount, you may not be paying up to this, but the minimum you want to put in mind is about 13,000 pounds. And if you're looking at maximum, trust me, you get as high as 25, 30, 40,
65.
65, depending on the school, depending on the cost.
Yeah, depending on the cost, please.
Okay. Thank you, Domi. So she said from 13,000 to I had 65,000 pounds.
Averagely 13 to 18.
13.
If you're looking at highly ranked school like the Russell Group schools, then you're looking at something around
What are Russell
20 to about
Russell Group schools are just like the Ivy League schools,
in America.
the way US has Ivy League
the
schools.
1% of the 1%.
Ivy League.
So there are about 24
Russell Group schools.
Yes.
Russell Group schools. I know the likes of I can't remember of them.
Yeah. You start mentioning that.
No, I can't.
Just Google Russell Group.
Yeah,
there are
Russell
lots
Group
of them.
schools.
24 at 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So the next question from It's Me Nifi. I'm sorry if I murder your name. It's my fault. It's Minifi. That can I apply with 2 academic references if I don't have any work reference? Yes, please, yes.
Absolutely.
But on the official letterhead paper signed by the lecturer, yes, you can use 2 academic reference letters if you don't have another one from work. Chidema, this question is for you. From Afolake. How long will it take? No, sorry, I'm mixing things up here. Okay, am I allowed to work in the UK during my studies?
Okay. Yes, you're allowed to work in the UK, which is one very good selling point for the UK. You have 20 hours per week officially to work in the UK. Please, 20 hours per week. Make sure you go to your class and sign your attendance.
Yeah.
20 hours per week. So yes, you're allowed to work in the UK. So that's during school sessions anyway. So if you're on summer break or if you're on any holiday, you're allowed to work as much as you want. But during school sessions, 20 hours per week.
20 hours per week. My Nigerian brothers and sisters, 20 hours
Per week,
per week.
during school sessions.
Yeah, there are actually side effects. Yeah, there are pros and cons.
Yeah.
To that. Please do not do extra hours for your own good, for your own benefit. Thank you. From Eyes Point Dreams. Chidiman's question also. How long will it take me to get my study visa?
Okay.
Important question.
So that's one thing I like about the UK, because for funny enough, they also put people first. Should I say that?
Yeah, so we have similar values. Student first.
Yeah. So there are different categories of visa. there's a standard visa, which is 15 working days. 15 working days. Then there's priority, and then there's super priority visa. So if you're paying for a priority visa, your visa comes out in 5 days, but you're going to be paying extra £270 on top of the visa fee that you've already paid. Now, if you're going for super priority, you're looking at 900 plus pounds plus your visa fee that you've already paid. So it's not because you're paying for priority or super priority. And priority comes out in 48 hours. Yes, I needed to say that. Super priority rather comes out in 48 hours. Then priority is 5 days. Then the standard visa is 15 working days. But if you're going a notch higher, super priority or priority, you still have to pay the standard visa fee. So give or take, depends on your pockets. So the more you go, the less time you spend.
Actually, I usually advise students to apply on time.
Yeah.
Because if you apply way early, even if you have all the money in the world, you just go for the standard.
Yeah, because Nigerians like waiting for last minute.
If you start early,
Don't wait last minute to pay your tuition. Start counting back statement, please. Because that would help you. You know how much 207 we pay house rent for a week.
for more than a year.
Yeah. If you're going to stay in London,
that's a conversation.
Yeah.
For another
So
time.
you need to actually do that on time. Yeah.
From Silty Jones, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Silty
but
Josh, I think.
I'm talking about you.
You know yourself.
I have just O levels with extensive work experience. What level can I get on if I want to continue my study in the UK? I want to ask, when did you do your O levels? You know, those are the questions that you should ask yourself. When
You
did
probably
you
want
do
to
it?
book a session so
So
we can verify
please
that.
book a session because we would like to have more talks with you. But briefly, let me just say, when did you book it? Ask yourself, what were you doing during that period? Do you have proof? Book a session.
Proof is very important. If you have proof, they could consider you.
Yes.
Probably you have a CAC or you have reference letters
Or where you've worked,
or where you work.
professional
They could
certificates
consider
that you've acquired. Just bring everything in, book a session, then we'll assist you down the line with your study interest. Thank you very much for that question. This question is to Tommy from Gentled. Gentled was part of the few people that joined in early.
Yeah.
I know that name.
Yeah, I think I remember
Yes.
too.
She asked, can I stay back in the UK after studying?
Jane told absolutely. You can stay back in the
Absolutely.
UK after studying. So you know the UK has introduced the graduate visa route where you can stay up to 2 years after the completion of your studies. Okay, so definitely after the completion of your masters, you're given 2 years work visa. I mean, you're given 2 years visa. You know, to stay back in the UK, probably get a job, get enough experience. Yes. So you can stay back in the UK, and if you're even fortunate during that period to get a company that can sponsor you, can even stay, longer than that. But that's another conversation for another day. But yes, you can stay back in the UK.
Okay, Clara said that, can I use my friend's statement of account? Is it possible since we bear the same surname, Clara?
Absolutely not.
Clara.
Clara, don't.
Don't, yeah.
I know you people bear the same surname, but please don't. Yes.
So we need to also prove that your brother and sister cannot sponsor you.
Let me quickly check this thing. Since Kara asked this question, let me also state that even in your caste, the fact that maybe you and your twin brother and your twin sister are going, to the same school, doesn't mean you can use the same caste number. Everyone has his or her own unique number.
Yeah.
Okay, so that same thing applies to the bank statement. No, Clara,
No.
you can't.
Your brother, your sister cannot
Absolutely.
sponsor you. Your uncle from another place. Everybody in
Please
Nigeria.
don't.
Their
Please
family
don't.
member, their friend on the street, their uncle. Your uncle cannot sponsor you.
Please don't.
Yeah.
So, Adasa, I think I've asked the question before. So this Adasa said, can the appointment be made online? Yes. We have virtual appointments. We have physical appointments. So when the call center agent calls you, you can tell them, oh, I want to speak with this counselor virtually, or I want to come to the office. We have a very beautiful office, by the way.
Yeah.
So if you want to come to the office.
Very beautiful.
So you can come to the office when you book the appointment. I am Zex said, can I still apply to Torrens University? I know Torrens University is in Australia. Australia would have like a session with you soon, probably a webinar, or so then you can ask these Australian related questions with them, but you can still apply to Torrens. Yes, I know you can apply to Torrens University, Australia.
Or you can just book a session with a counselor.
Yes, if you have not, please book a session so you can speak with the Australian counselor. Do you handle, from Alex Major, do you handle applications for New Zealand? Yes. IDP education, free service. Why are people you went free service? New Zealand. IDP education, we also represent universities in New Zealand and Australia. I've mentioned that earlier. So you can book an appointment. Go to our website, www.idp.go /Nigeria. If you're not in Nigeria, you need to put that slash. If not, you will take you to IDP of your country. Yes.
If you're in Nigeria, just put idp.com.
Yes.
So
I think we're rounding up. So the last question: can I book a session through the app? For now, no, you cannot book a session through the app. But you can book a session via the website. So it's very easy. Just put your details. They'll call you, book you for a session, and then that's all.
I think we need to talk about our app though. It's one in town.
App.
Like,
do you know that I've actually never seen a company that offers such service, that you can just download an app, put in your details. IDP Live app, by the way, you can download it on Apple Play Store. You can download it on even your Android phone. You can download it. You can check for schools. Put your you can do it right away. Yes, do it right away. You can check for different schools, your courses. You can apply. Yes, you can apply.
And get offer and principal.
You can apply offer and principles inside. You can get an offer. You can apply. Put everything. It's a very, very good app. I've not heard of it before, and then I'm really glad that we are able to champion such app in Nigeria. And
you can upload your documents as well.
Yes, you can upload your documents. Subsequently, with time, we will let you know more features that comes up on the app, where you'll probably be able to book an appointment with a counselor. But for now, these are what is available.
So you can download the app, check for schools, check for the tuition, check for your course, know where you fit in.
Yes.
You can try out the offer and principles and see the schools that are likely to take you.
So the session went soon, but I'm glad that questions are still coming in. I have a question from Gentle. You are now my new friend.
Right?
Gentle. Best friends. She mentioned that, you mentioned I can stay in the UK for 2 years after studying for masters, and if I'm an undergraduate, yes, you can stay in the UK for 2 years. There's a post-study visa that you are eligible for. If you do all things being equal, you attend your classes, you do not run away from school.
Don't run away from school for me.
You do everything that you're meant to do right. You don't do you don't spend extra time working. All these things count. When I mentioned earlier, there are pros and cons to these things. You might think that yes, you are running away from school, but eventually, when it is time to tick, dot all the I's and cross all the T's, and you are not able to do all those, you might not be eligible for it, post-study visa. So please, don't do anything that is not, your father will not be happy. Yes.
That's at the end of the day, right, when they move into post-study, they can work as much as they want.
Yes. So after your master's year, it's a good thing that most masters in the UK is typically 1 year. So after you're done with your 1 year masters, you have 2 years to work. You will work.
You'll be tired.
You'll be tired. So for that 1 year, you can just dedicate it to studies, make your parents proud, make me proud.
Yeah, you can't.
Make me proud. Sim Babe said, can my sister go with her husband as a dependent, but the married is 2 months? Married of 1 week. You can go with your husband.
That's where we have a relationship.
Because you don't want to leave your husband. I can't travel and travel. That's by the way. but you don't want to leave your husband, so you have to go together. They understand. The UK VI understands. They love that family union. They don't want to separate you. They don't want education to separate you. So if you're able to just put the financial requirements in your husband's account or your account, yes, and do the needful, send your documents, your marriage certificate,
court marriage certificate,
legally married,
not your
legally
certificate or
legally married.
Please.
Why reading so much?
Because I've seen people send me church certificates and I'm like,
but some churches are in partnership with.
So please, as much as you can, get the legal one.
The legal one.
Okay, please get the legal one.
Yes.
So thank you. Session is ending. Few minutes, so we'll just take.
I answered this question about New Zealand, right?
Yes, I answered
Okay.
the question.
Okay.
So yes, so this is one of the few questions I would answer before we end. Can I go with my husband and kids for an undergraduate study? Wow, RN Stores Kiddies. This is a very good question. Thank you for asking this question at this time. But unfortunately, no. You cannot go with your dependents for an undergraduate studies.
Yeah.
It's not part of the category of people that can go with a dependent because the UK, they do not understand yet that undergraduates can have family, because their definition of undergraduate is 17. Yes, 16. So
that will take care of yourself.
yeah, they're still thinking that undergraduate is like 16, 17, 18. The policy is still saying doesn't allow. Basically, you can't go with family for undergraduate. But for postgraduates, whether you're doing like a combined pre-masters and masters course together, as long as it's more than 12, 13 months, you can go with your family.
We also need to add that if you're more than 8, your child is more than 18, you can't go with you.
Yes, as a dependent. So if your child is more than 18 is adult.
Even from 18 still, when they are more than 17, please. They should stay with us here in Nigeria.
18 is an adult. You can
just go, just apply for.
Yeah, you can apply for a visiting visa. You can apply for visiting
can
visa,
go as
but
dependent.
18-year-old upwards cannot go as a dependent.
Yeah.
I'm really happy the questions came rolling, and I know you still have questions that you've not asked. That probably someone like me, I'm always shy in such sessions like this. I won't drop any question, but I'm really glad that questions came rolling in. I know you still have more questions, so you can go to the website, book an appointment, book.
Download the app.
IDEP Live app. You would really love the features on that app. You can get access to information on different schools, different courses that you can apply for. You can put your grades, your university, your own details, and it will match you. I like that part. It will match you with different schools that can take you, that can accept your application. So please download the app
and visit our office too. Our beautiful office.
Appointment. Visit it.
So when you're picking an appointment, you can pick to come into the office so that you see our beautiful office.
Yes.
And if you guys will meet us,
at John Street, Landmark Building, Ikeja GRA.
Yes. Just it.
Oh, do you want to take that again? Just in case
52 Isaac John Street, Landmark Building, Ikeja GRA. We are on the 3rd floor of Landmark Building.
Yes.
So if you know the place in GRA, very popular place, we're opposite the place. Thank you.
Alright, thank you all for joining.
Thank you
for joining.
Thank you for being a UK citizen from now. By coming early. Those people that came early, your reward is in the UK.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining.
It's good cultural habit now, so they will not get culture shock. We barely do one culture shock.
African time does not apply.
If you want us to do another session, you can drop yes.
Let's see the love. Let's see love. Let's see love.
If you want us to have another session,
please let's see the love.
You can just.
And nobody see.
You don't want another session.
Let's get to this quickly. If you want another session, give us the love.
You can just put love if you want another.
We'll stay here. Oh, we got it love.
Oh,
Oh, see the love coming in.
But we have something yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much.
My friends.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining this session. Thank you so much for joining this session. Special thank you to the ones that joined from the beginning till now. Thank you for every question.
If you're not following us yet, please follow us. So you can get notifications whenever we come online, right? Whenever we have any new posts.
There's so much.
Information on subsequent sessions will be given soon, very soon, I believe, on the Instagram page. So please follow us. Turn on post notifications. When we post something, like, share with your friends. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.